Well, everybody has been searching for Kate. Well, she has finally come out.
Yeah.
And we are going to talk about Kate and her cancer. But let's go ahead and get into the video, you guys. There has been some speculation. Yeah, Mary and Alma. There have been some speculation.
Some was really going on because we hadn't seen her in a while.
Yeah.
No, saw her December, Christmas time. January, she had abdominal surgery. Prince Charles also had some issues. Came out and said that he had prostate cancer.
Right.
Actually, I don't think he said what cancer he had, but that he had cancer, right? He was diagnosed with that. But then they came out and said, certainly, Princess Kate, or I guess they call her Princess Catherine. Anyway, they said that no, she didn't have cancer. They said she did not have cancer because people questioned that. And then that was it. And then she was going to be gone for a while, she was going to be gone. She will be back, I think, after Easter. And then they took her off some of the schedule. And then you just didn't see her. And so people, I think, genuinely started to worry. Then Williams, he was at a funeral. And I can't remember who it was who passed away. And I don't know if it was his godfather. Anyway, he was at a funeral, and then he left in the middle of the funeral, in the middle of the service, he left. Now they're saying that that's when she had gotten the cancer diagnosis. So apparently they did the abdominal surgery, they found something, and at first she thought that everything was clear, it was successful, but they came back. Obviously, they probably did some pathology test on whatever they removed, and they saw that there was some cancer there. And so she's now on chemo, like a preventive. And that's usually what happens. Now, I saw on some news, some doctors were questioning some stuff I think the reason why she didn't go into details, probably the way maybe a medical doctor will want her to go into details, because she's just going public, but she's not going into all the details of what happened. Before I went into surgery, they probably suspected cancer and this and that.
Well, I'm sure she doesn't want to give those details because she didn't want to come out to begin with. I know that somebody had come out and said that, it was because of the online trolls. But I guarantee you it was because all of a sudden people were attacking William and they're like, oh, what did you do to her?
It's only because they were attacking William. If it was just Kate, I don't think they would have made a big deal of it. And, this is what people have to understand. When you go into a family like this, the only thing that matters are the heirs to the throne. That's it. So that is Queen Elizabeth, who has passed. Rest her soul.
Yeah.
Who else is it? King Charles.
Yeah.
Then it's William. Then it's going to be George, Charlotte, and Louis. Right? These are the heirs. So King Charles is already there. So now it's William, George, Charlotte, Louis.
Right.
Those four. That's all that matters now. Okay? And everybody, when you come into this family, it's all about letting those ones have good press. Anytime there's going to be something against Charles or William, somebody has to take the fall. That's just how this family works. That's how the monarchy works. Okay? No one else can be more popular. No one else can. If it was just Kate, everyone was getting on Kate, it would not have been any issue. However,
well, you can't get on Kate because she's the one who's missing.
Exactly. They're getting on William, wondering what happened. Was there some DV situation? Was there some foul play? With his little temper that we know he was there beating Harry with a dog bowl, even drew blood. Was it, because of that? You know what I'm saying? Obviously he has some kind of temper, right? At his big age, he's fighting somebody. So obviously he has a temper. Did he do something to Kate in a temper fit and something happened to her? Like,
People
I
are genuinely
also thought,
concerned.
like, we also, well, you know, when we talked among ourselves, we haven't been here for 3 months, but when we talked among
It's been 3
ourselves,
months?
yeah, it has.
That's crazy.
I was thinking she wasn't well.
Yeah.
Like, there is more. I actually thought probably cancer. You know, I just thought that. You know what I'm saying?
Because you knew with
because I
Chadwick
have
Boseman.
been through these kinds of whatever. So I wondered to myself. And then the fact that they came out without anybody asking them that, oh, she didn't have cancer, I was like, you know, I just wonder about that. But, you know.
I think it's sad because there's 3 people in the royal family who now have cancer. It's Prince Charles, it's the Princess of
Well,
Wales,
they're saying that
and
the
there's
Queen
somebody
had
else.
something, and so did
Who,
Prince
Camilla?
Philip. No, Queen Elizabeth.
Oh.
Yeah, but they did not talk about it. You know, they don't come out and tell.
Well, Chadwick,
stuff.
nobody knew he had cancer, but everybody was like making
When
mean jokes.
when I saw how he looked, because I worked on an oncology unit.
Yeah, you said
When I
that.
saw how he looked, I said, this guy has cancer.
Yeah,
know,
you said it's a look like
there's a look that you have when you're on chemo. It's just a look that you have. It's just, you have to be in that situation and around those people to see it. And I'm sure any nurse or doctor who has worked with oncology patients, you just know how that look is. And you also know when the person is doing really badly too. So, of course, it's not something you talk about because you are always hoping for the best for these, you know, for a good outcome. But I felt bad either way. So the only reason why she came out was because of William. And that's why even in her video,
she said he's been a great source of comfort.
Like,
Remember,
she had to call this man at least 2 times. She had to call his name, you know, of how great he has been. And I was just wondering, well, where is he? Can't curse, it's Ramadan. Where is William? And why isn't he next to her? You know?
In the video. Well,
so
yeah. I guess maybe they just didn't want him there because he's been under speculation. Let's not even have him there. Let's just have her go.
Then, I mean, let me tell you, you guys, this whole thing, even with her picture, the whole Mother's Day picture thing, right? The picture, yes,
That was
it
odd.
did look odd. The picture itself looked odd. You know, I'm not a graphic
As an
designer
artist,
and all that
I
stuff.
did do graphic design in college, but I saw that I was like, that's
the picture looked odd. And
it looks photoshopped.
Also,
so
I
it's
just have to say,
then also,
the
seriously-
video also looks odd. I just have to say, I'm not a whatever, but it also does. But that does not mean, and so my thing, this is what I want to say 2 things. Kensington Palace, like their media PR people, like it's such, I don't know what they're up to. I don't know if they're trying to sabotage this woman. This is what I think. That either they're trying to sabotage her, you know, maybe, I have no idea why, but for the sake of William, it has to be for the sake of William. It can't be for the sake of Kate. Okay, as much as they claim that they love her, it can't be for the sake of, everything is going to be for the sake of William, the children, and for King Charles, because that's the hierarchy right there. But it's almost like they're setting her up. Then even with her cancer and with how badly she feels, she has to type in. First of all, you say they took a picture and William took the picture.
Can
So
I
why
also-
does she have to be the one to come write down, well, you know, why can't William write that little letter?
Can I say something real quick? Also, my thing is, if you're dealing with cancer and you're sick, I seriously doubt you have, because anyone who has dealt with graphic design and works with Photoshop, you know, it usually takes hours to like be
Get all of
editing
that.
photos and stuff like that. I seriously doubt while she's going through chemo, she is there editing pictures on Photoshop and playing with those skills. I
Probably
seriously
gave
doubt
the
she was doing
okay
that.
for someone to do it, and I just feel as though they're just setting her up. The whole thing just feels like a setup, and I feel bad for her. I just feel bad for Kate because she shouldn't have to be going through all of this and also be sick. And I don't, William, to me, now
It's
that
a
I
shame
know
that she has
Kate
cancer
has
this
been-
young.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
But
It's
not only
sad.
that, now
well,
that
not
I
shame
know,
on her part, but it's just it's sad because cancer usually comes from stress.
yeah, well, cancer comes from a whole bunch of things. Stress is one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, but And then the other thing too, now that we know that it's cancer that she has, now that I think of how William has been. I mean, I have seen this man go all around. Does he not seem, to me, this man has seemed quite happy.
Jovial.
He has seemed quite jovial without Kate by his side. That's what my eye test shows me. What do you guys think? So I don't know what's going on with William, but I feel bad for Kate as a woman, as a mother, that she had to come out and even have all of this stuff and, you know, have to type letters for the public, have to come out, because when you're going through that and you have a cancer diagnosis, you don't want to even talk to your family about it. I know that. You don't want to even tell your children, you know, and I have older children. You don't want to say a thing to them.
You just kind of want to go through it.
You want to
yourself.
just go through it yourself, you know. The last thing you want to do is make that public. So when her kids go to school, the teachers are all crying in front of them or feeling sad, and then they have to feel some kind of way. You know, you don't want that for your kids. And so now she had to do that, but she waited until they were home, you know, their last day of school.
Right.
You know, and so she did, now they're on a little break. And so she did that to give them and probably the teachers an opportunity for everybody to kind of calm down. So when the kids go back to school,
it's not so intense.
You all know exactly how to behave. So the whole thing was just, I think, sad. But I'm not going to beat up on those who were making jokes about it and stuff. I think the jokes were really, I mean, we didn't touch this thing with the 10-foot pole because
we wanted to wait. Because, you know, there were some people, when Chadwick Boseman died, I remember Just Hilarious had made a very horrible joke. Some people even say he was on crack cocaine. Yeah. And that man looked sick.
And I thought it was very,
you said it was cancer.
Cancer.
Yeah.
You know, because I just looked at him, I said, oh, this
I
is
just
so
feel
sad.
like sometimes we have to not be so quick, to jump and talk about something.
And also because
it could be really bad. And then it's like you have that video out there. Yes, you will delete it, but if you have a lot of subscribers, they've already seen you say that.
Well, I think that sometimes
we have to wait it out and give people grace.
to give people grace. And I love the way she did the video, whether it is AI generated or whatever, that's still her voice on there. That's still her face on there, I believe.
And at the end of the day, we don't know these people. We sit down and sometimes we speculate, but we don't actually know what these people are going through day in and day out.
And
so it's just okay to give some grace.
She's a public figure, and I love the grace that she gave. She didn't come out and
she said it wasn't because
knock
of the
on
trolls.
those people who are whatever. She recognized that for the most part, the reason why people were concerned anyway is that I see that you have concern for me. She gave the grace, you know, and nice. I thought that was beautiful. But I felt bad that she had to come to give a diagnosis
before she wanted to.
Before she wanted to.
Because if that was me, I probably would not have told anybody. I know you didn't want to tell anybody.
No, I had my own, you know, cancer scare, and it's still. Anyway, let's just leave that at that. Yeah. But even in that moment, I didn't tell my kids, and it was only our grandma. They're much older than Kate's kids, but I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to say one thing at all. It just so happened that the doctor called when my sister was on the phone. He called on the speakerphone, and she heard, because I wasn't even going to tell her. And then she couldn't keep a secret and told my mom.
Which, rest her soul, she was like, you have to tell your kids. What are you talking about? You're not going to tell your kids?
Yeah, I had no intention of telling anyone.
Yeah.
Even up to the point of I was not going to, even if the worst came to worst. So that's how that happened. So I just felt bad. I was just like, oh, damn. Now she has to go and tell the public? Oh, I will be so sad about that. And you're right. It doesn't matter even if these people are billionaires, even if they have all the money in the world and they're a royal family. These are still human beings who are still hurting.
And listen,
they still have a family. They still got the same illness everyone is, gets, And I
think it's so hard when you're like a public figure. Because me personally, if my mom and my brother are talking about me, I'm like, what are you talking about? Why are you talking about me? Like, I can't imagine millions of people talking about you on a daily basis. Like, that would drive me nuts.
laughing and stuff. So we just have to be responsible, I think,
grace.
those who are
Yeah.
out there. But we get it, and especially myself, we usually have our little dark jokes and stuff like that.
Which
but,
we won't be revealing. You know?
but the grace that, you know, Princess Catherine showed, she showed a lot of grace.
Yeah.
And I'm sure maybe she even chuckled, because I mean, even when I was going through the throes of things, sometimes you just have to chuckle about some things, you know. But I think at the end she understood that most people,
I'm just
even
concerned.
the ones who are, you know, saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go look for Kate."
Kim.
Yeah, even that is out of love. Kim does
Yeah.
not hate her. Like,
Yeah, no.
a lot of these people who are out there talking, they're
not
making it
really
into
new.
a joke, but really at the root of it,
It's concern.
right, is concern. And I think that Princess Catherine, the grace that she showed, she recognized that.
Yeah.
Because if she didn't recognize that, she would have taken that opportunity, but she didn't. And I love
We'll
the
be
fact.
like, thank you for making me come out. You know.
Yeah, I love the fact that Meghan and Harry, or let's talk about it in a different video, because there's something I like to talk about.
It's like we're at 20
specifically.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is Mary.
But Kate,
Hang in there.
this too
Shall
shall
pass.
pass. I promise you, it shall pass. And I know chemo is a mother. Like, I know you're going through it right now, but this too shall pass. You are in our prayers, and yeah, okay, this too shall pass. And your kids, I promise you, will be stronger for it.
Yeah.
You know, their kids are much more resilient than we give them credit for. Okay,
Yeah.
and William, I just hope you're just doing the right thing by this woman. I don't know what you're up to. Maybe you were just smiling through the tears. I hope that's what it was, because you seemed way too jovial. And you just, to me, and Harry sometimes made mistakes like this where Meghan was concerned. You, to me, just don't seem as protective as you should be over your wife. I know you are the future heir to the throne, but you've got to do a better job, and you just have to man up. And if you have to tell those people over there to say, look, this is my wife. I don't care what your royal protocol is, but I'm not sending her out there to the wolves. I'm gonna write this letter, not her. I'm gonna sit there and tell people what she has, not her. She's recuperating. You should have come out and had your little talk.
Yeah, that would
not
have been
her.
nice.
That would have been beautiful. Then, William, you know what you would have shown? Oh, no. If you had done that, they would have been like, okay, William, where is Kate? where is she? Because why are you here on this bench? So, yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
But you could have been there with her, okay, and done most of the talking.
Or put out a statement
Yeah.
in support of your wife.
Yeah. But anyhow,
But yeah.
we
anyway,
wish you the
very
best,
best.
Kate, and
a
one day
speedy
at a time,
recovery.
this too shall pass, inshallah.
Bye.
Bye, love you guys.